What's going on, guys? Latnir here and welcome back to another Football Manager 2020 Experiment Challenge on the channel. So today, we're taking over England, but we're taking over England back in time here. We're using the Mad Scientist database, which is created for FM20, which is available on the FM Scout website and Steam Workshop. Basically, it's based in 06-07, so just set the scene what just happened. England have been knocked out of the World Cup to Portugal, as per usual, on penalties. You know, you had the Wayne Rooney red card with the Ronaldo situation. And Steve McClaren got hired, and we know what that happened. We didn't even qualify for Euro 2008. So what we're going to do is we're going to take over what Steve McClaren took over from Sven-Göran Eriksson and see if we can take this team to World Cup glory. So I thought it would be something a bit different to the other ones. We're basing ourselves back in time, but let's go look into the team. So as our squad, you can see, is stacked with great players. We've got Robert Green, Kirkland, Paul Robinson. In defence, we've got the likes of John Terry. Got an up-and-coming 21-year-old Glenn Johnson, Rio Ferdinand, Sol Campbell, Gary Neville, Ashley Cole. You've got Gerrard, Carrick, Beckham, Lampard, Joe Cole, Wayne Rooney, Defoe, Crouch and Owen. What a ridiculous team. The more you look at this squad, the more you realise how on earth did Steve McClaren not even qualify for Euro 2008 with this team. But if you're wondering sort of how the schedule's happening, the schedule just sort of put England back into their usual, European qualification groups. As you can see in our group here, we've still got taken on Montenegro, Bulgaria, Czech Republic and Kosovo. So let's see how we get on for the rest of our campaign. So we qualified for Euro 2020 with easy, won all our remaining games. As you can see, us in Czech Republic top the group. If we look at our schedule, we see what all our results were. So we beat Kosovo 7-0, beat Montenegro 4-0, beat Bulgaria 2-0, and beat Wales 10-0 in a friendly, beat Kosovo 9-0, and beat Czech Republic 4-1. If we go back to the groups, you can see who else qualified. As you can see, Portugal and Serbia from Group B, Holland and Germany from Group C, Denmark and Switzerland from Group D. In Group E, you had Croatia and Wales making it through, Spain and Norway from Group F, Poland and Slovenia from Group G, France and Turkey from Group H, Russia and Belgium from Group I, and Italy from Greece from Group J. If we go and have a look here for the qualifying player for the final four teams, so you've got Iceland who knocked out Ireland, Ukraine knocked out Austria, Scotland and then North Macedonia as well. If we go across to the European Football Championship, we'll see what the groups are for the tournament. In Group A, you've got Croatia, Italy, North Macedonia and Slovenia, Denmark, France, Russia and Ukraine, Belgium, Holland, Iceland and Poland. In our group, we've got Scotland, Serbia and Turkey. Czech Republic got Norway, Spain and Switzerland. And Germany have got Greece, Portugal and Wales. Let's get into these European Championship games. So these are our tournament preparations. In the March International, we went away to the Americas. We beat Mexico 3-1 and we beat Costa Rica 5-2, both away from home. Then pre-tournament, we hosted Uruguay and Argentina at Wembley. We beat Uruguay 2-0, then beat Argentina 5-1. So let's see how we get on against Turkey in our first group stage game. Wasn't a great start for us in Euro 2020, as you can see here. Wayne Rooney and Hamit Al on top with the goals to either side in a 1-1 draw. And also David Beckham got an injury which took him out for 2 to 4 weeks. So it looks like he's going to be out for pretty much most of the tournament, unfortunately for us. But we got Shaw Phillips to come in, so hopefully we can pick it up a bit in our next two group games against Scotland and Serbia. We bounced back from that 1-1 draw with Turkey with a massive 5-0 win against Scotland at Hampden Park. Sean Phillips coming in, David Beckham scores straight away. Frank Lampard with the hat-trick. Wayne Rooney with his second goal of the tournament. What a win. Let's see if we can top the group with a win against Serbia. We conclude our group stage campaign, as you can see here, with a 3-0 victory over Serbia. Wayne Rooney, Michael Owen and Steven Gerrard all getting on a score sheet for us. If we look at the group stages, we have got through to the second round, but if we go back and look at all the teams who have qualified, Italy, Slovenia, Croatia from Group A. You've got France, Russia and Denmark from Group B. Belgium and Holland from Group C. We've topped the group on goal difference thanks to our two big wins in the last two games. But in our group, we also had Turkey and Serbia going through. Spain and Czech Republic have got through theirs. And Wales and Germany have joined Portugal from Group F. So we go to the second round. As you can see here, Holland will be facing Italy. Slovenia will be facing Russia. Croatia against France. Germany against Belgium. Turkey against Czech Republic. Portugal against Denmark. Spain against Serbia. And we'll be taking on Wales in Dublin. We've absolutely smashed Wales in our round of 16 tie in Dublin. Goals from Rio Ferdinand, a hat-trick for Michael Owen. Wayne Rooney getting on the score sheet once again. Joe Cole and Stuart Downing. Unfortunately, Joe Cole and John Terry are now going to be out of our quarter-final match. But, we can have the likes of Jamie Carragher and Stuart Downing, as you can see here, come into the side. No problem whatsoever. We look at the other results in the second round. We go back to the second round here. You got Holland who knocked out Italy on penalties. Slovenia next time knocked out Russia. France beat Croatia. Germany knocked out Belgium. Czech Republic knocked out Turkey. Portugal have knocked out Denmark. A lot of extra time penalty results here. Serbia have knocked out Spain. So, funny enough, in the quarterfinals, we're going to be taking on Serbia in Rome. But obviously, we've already played Serbia in the group stage. You've beaten 3-0 then. So, let's see if we can get a repeat of that result today. We repeated the result of the group stage. We've beat Serbia 3-0 thanks to goals from Frank Lampard, Shaun Phillips and Ashley Cole. So, you know, the missing Joe Cole, the missing John Terry didn't affect us whatsoever. So in the other quarterfinals, as you can see, the Czech Republic knocked out Portugal, Holland knocked out France, Germany knocked out Slovenia. As you can see, we knocked out Serbia. So let's see how we get on against Germany. We've absolutely demolished Germany here. Joe Cole, Rakowski own goal, Beckham and Rooney with the goal to send us through to the final. Let's see who we're coming up against, and also good to see Beckham got his goal on his return to the side from injury. As you can see, we're going to be up against Holland as they beat Czech Republic 2-1 in the semi-finals. Let's see how we do. What a way to finish the tournament. We've brought the European Championship home. The first time England have done it. We've won it at Wembley. Thanks goals from Beckham with a penalty, John Terry, Wayne Rooney getting another, McClaren and Steven Gerrard, Rafael van der Vaart getting the goal for Holland here. You know, it was a fairly even game if you're looking at the stats. You know, we had 11 shots on target. They had 7. You know, it wasn't like we absolutely demolished them there. We had 55% possession, but yeah, what a tournament for us. If we go here and look at the stats really, you know, Wayne Rooney finished top goal scorer of 6 goals, Owen 1 behind him with 5. This is such an enjoyable database to use on FM. I highly recommend it. Even if you're not doing a national team save, just doing a club team save, and you know, taking yourself back in time. You know, maybe using the likes of an AC Milan or an Inter Milan, or you know, a Bolton or a Blackburn who've sort of fallen from grace, but have a very good team in this save. It's very enjoyable. But coming up next for this England side is going to be our Nations League campaign, where we've got Germany, Croatia, and Sweden in our group. We ran up winners of our Nations League Division A group, including Germany, Sweden, Croatia. Croatia are actually getting relegated. So that's actually what happened in real life in the sort of campaign before. Obviously, it got expanded to 4 teams, so the 18th didn't end up getting relegated. But moving on, as we see, we won the group. 5 wins, 1 draw, 0 losses, 16 goals, 2 goals conceded. If you look at our schedule here, let's go down here. We've got Sweden, we beat 3-0. Croatia, we beat 2-0. We beat Germany 3-0. Beat Croatia 5-0. Beat Sweden 2-1. And then drew with Germany 1-1 in the last game. If we go and look into the Nations League, moving to 2021, as you can see, in the Nations League semi-finals, we're going to be taking on Spain, and the other one is Portugal against France. So, coming up next is our World Cup qualification draw. Our World Cup European qualifying section draw has been done. We're in Group 9. We're going to be joined by Albania, Georgia, Slovakia and Switzerland. You'd expect Switzerland to be our toughest test in there, but I expect us to breeze through that group, so let's see how we get on. Before we conclude our World Cup qualifying campaign, we've obviously got the UEFA Nations League finals. We're hosting them in England this time, so let's see how we get on against Spain at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We've edged past Spain in extra time with a 4-2 victory. As you can see, we went through thanks to goals from Rio Ferdinand, Wayne Rooney, Frank Lampard and Jermaine Defoe. Fernando Torres and David Silva scoring for them. But as you can see, in the Nations League final, we're going to be taking on France. Weirdly enough, at Stadium MK, but let's see what happens. Another extra time victory to win us the Nations League at Stadium MK. As you can see, a 5-1 victory, but it still went to extra time. Frank Ribery opened the scoring for France. Joe Cole equalised just after half time. And Shaun Phillips, Jermaine Defoe, Rio Ferdinand and Ashley Cole getting us goals in extra time to give us a 5-1 victory. For comparison, when we look at the French team in this save, you've got Coupé, Woody Sagnol, Philippe Mexis, William Gallas, Gael Clichy, Matteo Flamini, Jeremy Toulalan, Clement, Frank Ribery, Sylvain Wiltord and Thierry Henry. We also like Djibril Cissé, Johan Gourcuff, Sebastian Frey, Patrice Evra, Landreau, Thuram, Dabo. So they've got some good players, but as you can see, we won up 5-1 victories. Let's see how we finish in our World Cup qualifying campaign. The group was an absolute breeze as expected. 8 wins out of win, 54 goals scored, only 1 goal conceded. And obviously we qualified for the 2022 World Cup. If we go and have a look at our schedule, if we go to the World Cup group, in our group we've got Japan, Mexico, Nigeria, so not too hard. If you want to go look at all the groups here, we have got Chile, Croatia, Qatar and Ukraine in Group A. Argentina, Ireland, Italy and Mali in Group B. Portugal, South Korea, Spain and USA. That's a good tough group there. You've got Group D with Brazil, Czech Republic, Senegal and Trinidad and Tobago. You obviously got Australia, Germany, Holland and Jamaica in Group E. Then in Group G, you've got Belgium, Ivory Coast, Sweden and Uruguay. In the last group, you've got Cameroon, Colombia, France and Iran. But before we get into these World Cup games, we've got some Nations League games against Denmark, Ireland and France. So let's see how we get on. Another Nations League Division A campaign. Another 6 wins out of 6. As you can see here, 21 goals, 4 goals conceded. France, Denmark and Ireland. Ireland being the team who end up being relegated. You want to look at the results themselves. We beat Denmark 4-1, then beat Ireland 2-0. Beat France 3-1, Denmark 4-1, France 3-1 again, then Ireland 5-0 in the last game. In our 3 pre-tournament friendlies, we've beaten Argentina 4-2, drew with Holland 1-1, and we beat Italy 3-0. So let's get into our opening game against Mexico. We started off the tournament with a 2-0 victory over Mexico thanks to goals from Shaun Phillips and Wayne Rooney and 2 late goals as well, but another tournament, Another injury for David Beckham. This time he actually is going to miss the entire tournament for us. Not the end of the world though, because we do have Shaun Wright-Phillips and Aaron Lennon on our bench as well, so they can come in and do a very good job for us. Let's see how we get on against Japan. We're not having the greatest lot of injuries in this tournament, as you can see here. Wayne Rooney got injured against Japan, but it says 9 days to 3 weeks, so hopefully he'll be fit for the latter stages of the tournament. But we've got the likes of Dean Ashton on the bench who can come in and do a job for us, so I'm not too bothered in that respect. Our 7 goals are scored by Rio Ferdinand, Michael Owen. Rooney got 2 goals before he picked up his injury, Shaun Wright-Phillips and Michael Carrick. So let's get into our last group stage game. So we've completed the group stage with a 5-1 victory over Nigeria. Goals from Joe Cole and braces from Frank Lampard and Dean Ashton over Femi Martins on the score sheet for them. So let's have a look at what the knockout round is saying for England and the rest of the tournament here. In the second round, you've got Chile taking on Italy, Argentina taking on the Ukraine, Spain taking on the Czech Republic, USA taking on Brazil, Australia taking on Mexico, a repeat of our pre-tournament friendly against Holland for us, Belgium taking on Cameroon, and Uruguay taking on France for a place in the quarterfinals against either Belgium or Cameroon. We're through to the quarterfinals of the World Cup, 3-0 victory over Holland, goals from Michael Owen, Steven Gerrard and Shaun Wright-Phillips. Fortunately for us, Frank Lampard and Ashley Cole will be out of the next game, but we'll bring in the likes of Michael Carrick and Wayne Bridge for them. So if we go in to look at the quarterfinal draw, see what the matchups are going to be. So we're going to be taking on Belgium, Mexico will be taking on France, Argentina against Spain, and Italy against the USA. Let's see what happens. So we've edged past Belgium in our quarterfinal tie. Eden Hazard opened the scoring for them just at 18 years old. He is on a save at the moment. Michael Owen got an equaliser for us in the 86th minute, and John Terry got a winner in the 104th minute just for half-time and extra time to send us to the World Cup semi-finals. We will be without Steven Gerrard, but as you can see, Michael Carrick did a good enough job in coming for Frank Lampard, so I'm sure we'll do the same job again. But let's see what the other quarterfinal results were. You had Italy knocking out USA, Spain knocking out Argentina, Mexico beating France. So let's have a look what the semi-final lineup's going to be. It's Italy against England, another repeat of one of our pre-season tournament friendlies, and Spain are taking on Mexico in the other. England have made it through to their first World Cup final since 1966. They've beaten Italy 3-1 in the semi-final in Doha. As you can see here, Marco Marchioni opened the scoring for Italy, but goals from Shaun Wright-Phillips, Joe Cole and Michael Owen has sent us to the final. Let's see how we do. So these are the teams going into the World Cup final. As you can see, Wayne Rooney's made it back from injury to feature in this game. So our team is Paul Robinson in net, a back four of Gary Neville, Rio Ferdinand, John Terry and Ashley Cole, Shaun Wright-Phillips, Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, Joe Cole, and then Wayne Rooney and Michael Owen up top. For Mexico, you have Acosta in net with back three of Araujo, Carlos Salcido and Pineda, wingbacks of Osorio and Guardado, midfield three of Hernandez, Andrade and Esparza, and a front two of Carlos Vela and Kiki Fonseca. It really makes you think, what on earth did Steve McClaren do to not even qualify for Euro 2008 of this squad? But let's get into the game. Osorio throws it in here. Great interception from Joe Cole. Joe Cole into Paul Robinson. He plays it into Rio Ferdinand. Phil Neville, back to Ferdinand, back to Neville, back to Ferdinand. He launches one up. Wayne Rooney wins the header, knocks it down to Lampard. Lampard's still on the ball here. He gets dispossessed by the Mexican defence. But Ashley Cole sweeps up, playing at left back here. Ashley Cole at left back. What's he going to find? I don't know why I'm saying at left back. He could be. That's his only position. He finds Frank Lampard. He finds Phil Neville. Not Phil Neville, Gary Neville. Wright-Phillips though. Wright-Phillips has scored the goal. Give us the 1-0 lead after only 3 minutes in the cup final. Great start to the World Cup final here. Shaun Wright-Phillips with the goals. You can see Lampard gets the ball here into Gary Neville. Gary Neville, you can see, into Shaun Wright-Phillips. Shaun Wright-Phillips goes all around his men and then slots it into the far post bottom corner. I think the keeper gets touched, but it was too much for him. 1-0. We have a throw in here from Gary Neville. He finds Michael Owen. Michael Owen beats his man, whips one in Joe Cole, and he heads it over the bar. It's an easy chance there. I think we should have been burying that. We got a throw in for Ferdinand. He plays it into Gary Neville. Gary Neville into the middle of the park to Steven Gerrard. Launches up to Shaun Wright-Phillips. Shaun Wright-Phillips. Oh, he was close to getting his second goal of the game there. We got a free kick here through Lampard though. Lampard whips one in, and Rio Ferdinand has headed it in the back post to give us a 2-0 lead going to half time. This might be the most one-sided World Cup final we've had in these videos so far. But as you see here, Lampard whips the ball to the back post. Ferdinand's there, heads it in past the goalkeeper. 2-0. Joe Cole's looking at the ball out wide here. He plays it down to Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney, can he get it back? He gets it back to Joe Cole. Joe Cole back to Wayne Rooney. Rooney has the ball. Great save from Acosta to tip it over the bar. We're all over Mexico here. This could be an absolute demolition job. Gerrard's on the corner though. He whips it in. Can we get a header on it? No, Wayne Rooney's got it though. He hits it. And it's well saved from the keeper again. We've got another corner here just before half time. Let's see what we can do from this one. Steven Gerrard steps up once again. Let's see what he can do. Whips it into the box. Nothing. Andrade looks to counter-attack, but nothing happens from it. Gary Neville into Sean Wright-Phillips. Sean Wright-Phillips is running with the ball again. Sean Wright-Phillips, and he's wide. We haven't really missed David Beckham since his tournament-ending injury. Sean Wright-Phillips has done a great job coming in for him. So as you can see, it's half-time. We're 2-0 up. Goals from Sean Wright-Phillips and Rio Ferdinand. 15 shots, 9 on target for us. 58% possession. We're absolutely dominating Mexico. But I was expecting to maybe be facing a tougher team in the final. But fair play. Mexico have got themselves here, but we're all over them. Steven Gerrard running from deep here. He plays the ball into Wayne Rooney, plays it out wide to Joe Cole, back into Gerrard. Gerrard has the ball, he has a shot. Wayne Rooney gets it, and he somehow puts it wide. Bit of pinball there. I think that might be a resulting corner here. So Steven Gerrard's going to... Oh no, Lampard's going to take this one. Lampard whips it in, and Terry's there, but he heads it just over the bar. We could have made it 3-0 there. Ashley Cole throws it into Joe Cole from the throw-in, but he loses the ball here. Hernandez is on the ball, plays a brilliant ball over the top to Castillo. Can they get back in? They are. They're right back in the game here. Nery Castillo making it 2-1, getting a goal back for Mexico. It's game on here. That's probably their first shot on target of the game, or first chance of the game anyway. And you can see through ball over the top from Hernandez, and it's pierced our defence. And yeah, it's an easy finish for Castillo. Ashley Cole, the throw on, he plays it into Dean Ashton. Ashley Cole, he runs down the line. What's he going to do with it? He goes all the way. Can he go all the way? Can we get it over the line? No, it's a bit of a pinball, but I think Mexico have been awarded a free kick. Okoa launches it. Pineda heads it. Owen's got the ball here though. Owen, what can Michael Owen do with it? He beats it now. He plays the ball. Dean Ashton, who's off the bench, just blazes it wide. That's another chance we should have buried. 92nd minute here. Switch it to 3D. Gary Neville's got a throw and he plays it into Owen. Owen into Wright-Phillips. Wright-Phillips in the last minute gets his second goal of the game to secure the World Cup for England. Sean Wright-Phillips comes in for Dave Beckham, who's been absolutely phenomenal in this tournament. He could arguably be one of our best players, but yeah, you can see Owen gets the ball here. He cuts it back to Sean Wright-Phillips. First time, smash, back of the net, 3-1. That's game done. And England are eventually going to be awarded World Cup champions. Steve McClaren, what were you doing with this team? I've not only won the Euros, I've not only won the Nations League finals, but I've won the World Cup. England's first victory since 1966. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a bit different. I've been using a retro database, and shout out the Mad Scientist. It's such a fun database to use. Me and my mates have been doing a retro sort of network game, and it's been absolutely great fun. So yeah, I've been Nero, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you next Wednesday at 6 PM for another video. Make sure if you enjoyed the video to give it a like, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys later.